Hello there, all you strange and interesting creatures of the internet. Welcome back to the All Seasons on F1 2020. As you can see, we're fourth from the top in the vehicle performance comparison table, and we're going to bolt some more parts onto the car now to hopefully get us a little bit higher in the specifications. Yes, so it's time to move on to the next Grand Prix now. It's time for Netherlands at the Circuit Zandvoort. Dutch Grand Prix. Wowzers. Anyway, practice has been completed, and as you can see, we've got some more lovely resource points to add to our collection. 829. Fantastic. So here we are at the home of Maxi Boy Verstappen. Let's go and see what first qualifying run time we can put in for Duxter. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Or is it going to be in between? As we now come round this very, very tight right-hander onto the banking now. The beautiful banking at this circuit, Zandvoort, as we're about to cross the line. And it's going to put us at the moment into third position, now fourth, a second behind the leader at the moment. Anyway, we accelerate forward now to a little bit later into qualifying. You can see that we are up on our delta. Oh my goodness. But as I say that, we're in last place. Yes, last position, but we are second up. We're going to cross the line now, and it's going to... Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell, those times are tight. Look at that. Up into 7th position from last at the moment. As we accelerate forward now to the end of qualifying, as you can see, we are in 8th position, and it looks like that's going to be our starting position for the race. Let's have a look. Or are we going to drop down? Are we going to drop down? Oh, for fuck's sake. Yes, we're going to be starting from 12th position. Lewis Hamilton got pole, Maxi Boy in second place, Daniel Ricciardo in third. We got 12th, and Mitsubishi, Lump of Shitty, was in 13th position.
For years, the passionate Dutch fans have been easy to find trackside at races across Europe and throughout the world. Now at long last, they have a Grand Prix to call their own. It's a warm welcome once again to all of our viewers in the Netherlands and around the globe as we get underway for the Dutch Grand Prix. Zandvoort circuit then, 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left, with plenty of steep camber and elevation changes to keep our drivers on their toes throughout the 2.6 mile lap. And watch out for cars making use of the DRS zone into turn 1 to try and overtake. And I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the lowdown for today's race. Now, I'd like to discuss Kimi Räikkönen. As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to a power unit component change. So it's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
Everyone has to deal with penalties or reliability issues from time to time throughout their career. You just have to suck up the pain and get on with the job at hand. Today isn't about performing a miracle to put the car back where it should be. It's about effective damage limitation.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Ricciardo, Leclerc, Valtteri Bottas, and Gasly, Albon, Stroll, Giovinazzi, and Sergio Perez. The captain, Matsushita, George Russell, and Sainz, Norris, Magnussen, Nick de Vries, and Daniel Kvyat. Räikkönen and Esteban Ocon rounds off the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
So it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the All Seasons clear mode, and we say go, 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 and it's away we go. Well, long pause on the lights there, but as you can see, we got absolutely super getaway. We're right up the back of Giovinazzi's rear end, and we're going around the outside of all these cars. Look round on the Red Bull as well. Can we get through? Can we get through? Yes, we can. Up into 6th position already. It's another fantastic performance, and the guy never gives up, and he never surrenders, don't you know? We're now going around the outside of the Ferrari. Look at this, trying our best anyway to get past Charlie Boy Leclerc. Look at this, some real excitement on the first lap at Zandvoort, and we managed to get past up into 5th place. Our next target is Valtteri Bottas, but look at this though, Leclerc's fighting back, he's trying to really overtake the position, but we managed to hold on to this 5th position at the moment on the first lap at Zandvoort. Look at this, Bottas is a car ahead of us. Now of course, very, very short laps at Zandvoort, so we've got 18 laps, but they are very, very short indeed, because we're just about to finish the first lap already. And as you can see, Bottas in front, Charlie Boy Leclerc. But look, Charlie Boy is still fighting with us, trying to get past, get that position back from us. But we're holding on steadfastly to this 5th place. But is 5th position enough to get enough points to win this championship? Well, we'll find out as the championship progresses, but at the moment I'd have to say no, it's not good enough, because obviously the Mercedes are still way out in front as we're about to cross the line now and start lap 2. Lewis Hamilton obviously is now the leader of this race as we accelerate forward out of lap 3. Lap 3 still in 5th position, still trying to chase down Bottas in the AlphaTauri. As you can see, Charles Leclerc, we have got the gap up to him though. It's almost 2 seconds. Oh, what's 2 seconds? No, Hookster. No, oh, I thought he was going to go for a move down Valtteri Bottas. He almost did, got right at the rear end, so it's not going to be too long, I don't think. He's got some purple sector times as well, so he is pushing like crazy, absolute crazy man, trying to get past Valtteri Bottas in this AlphaTauri car. Oh, a little bit squirrely there from Valtteri Bottas. He locked up a little bit going to that corner, and let's see if we can get past him. This is the opportunity that we need. Just put on the power, We're still in rich mix, Come on, Hookster, come on. Let's see if we can get this 4th position for Valtteri Bottas as we're just coming around this very, very tight right-hander now. Valtteri Bottas goes through there absolutely superbly. The Hookster also goes through there superbly. And let's see if we can catch up to the back of Valtteri. We're now going to get the DRS. Now we're going to give it some ERS, DRS, rich mix, whatever we can throw in it. The kitchen sink as well if we can, to see if we can catch up to the back of Valtteri Bottas as we slightly jump over the curb there. But look at this, real excitement as we're trying to catch up to Valtteri. Now it's time to go round the banking we go. Oh, that was very close for Hookster there. So here he goes, he's going to put on the power. Now is he going to try for a move on Valtteri as we're about to go down the start and finish? I think he is, he's getting closer every second. Look at this, he's going to go for it down the inside, I do believe. Oh, very late for Hookster there, very late. He goes very wide on the exit, and I do believe Valtteri's got to play back now. A little bit of contact between Valtteri Bottas and us, but we managed to hold on to this 4th position on lap 5. Fantastic. What a great move that was for Hookster there, up into 4th place. I'm excited for lap 6. Still in 4th position at the moment for Hookster. Verstappen is ahead of us, but he's 3 seconds up the road now. Valtteri Bottas seems to be dropping back a little bit, as you can see, almost a second behind now. Wowzers. Oh, wait a minute. Yellow flags. What's going on? Just look at the mini map. We've definitely got some yellows, but I can't see what the problem is. Is there a car slowing down? I'm not quite sure. There is a car slowing down. It looks like is it a Red Bull? It might be a Red Bull. And it is. It's Alexander Albon. Alexander Albon is out of the Grand Prix. Wowzers. You can just see on the mini map there. He is parked up, so he's out. Of course, we stay in 4th place. We're excited for lap 7. And we're just about to pass, I do believe, Alex Albon's stricken car just off to the right hand side. You can just see we go past. There it is. And so we continue on in 4th position on lap 7. Soon be time for us to make some pit stops, I do believe, as we accelerate forward at lap 9. Well, we stayed there a little bit longer because the tyres don't look too bad at all. Only 40% wear on the right front. So there you go. Cars, I think, are coming in for their stops already. Yes, one of the Mercedes is in. It's Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton's coming. So we're going to make it now to 3rd place, which means Daniel Ricciardo, the Honey Badger, is currently in the lead of this race. He's still got a pit, of course, but then so have we got to. But yes, in the lead, 10 seconds ahead of the Hookster. Verstappen is the next car. He's 7 seconds up the road. We accelerate for lap 10. So finally, I do believe we're going to come in for our pit stop now, because we've left it a little bit late, but it's okay. We're doing good. We're still in 3rd position. Now, Daniel Ricciardo's coming for his pit, and so has Verstappen. So are we going to pit now, or are we going to go out for another lap? I'm not quite sure, and the answer to that is no. We come in for our pit stop now. So we pit from 3rd place. Just look at the mini map to see how many places we're going to lose. It looks like yeah, quite a few. Anyway, the lads changed us on to the yellow sidewall tyre, the harder tyre for the rest of this stint. Thank you, lads. And we're going to rejoin. Oh my god, there's cars going past, I think. It's very, very tough to know, though. Just coming around the corner, as you can see, we're going to rejoin, I think, in front of the Ferrari. No, the Ferrari's still there. Has he got the jump on us? No, we do manage to get out in front of the Ferrari. And we've ended up now in, it's still 5th position. That's not too bad at all. I have to say, we haven't lost any ground there whatsoever. And Daniel Kvyat is the car ahead of us, and he's still got a pit. So we're excited for lap 11. And now Daniel Kvyat comes in for his pit stop, so we go back into 4th position, which is what we had from about, I think, lap 4 or 5, wasn't it? So, yeah, pretty decent, I have to say. Verstappen's still ahead of us, of course, and Daniel Ricciardo is now 11 seconds up the road. We accelerate forward out of lap 14. Yes, nothing really happened much else in this race at the moment. We are now 11 seconds, though, behind Verstappen. So it looks like it's going to be a 4th position finish for us in our Renault car. Yes, Leclerc is still harrying us behind though. He's sort of half a second, but he does seem to catch up quite a bit into the corners. As we accelerate for lap 16, just 2 more laps to go. No change. Verstappen still 11 seconds ahead. Leclerc still half a second behind as we are still pushing like crazy to make sure we hold on to this 4th position finish at the end as we accelerate for lap 18. It's the last lap of the race, everyone. Yes, Charles Leclerc did not manage to catch us and did not manage to get past us, but we did not manage to catch Verstappen, unfortunately. He's now 14 seconds up the road. 14 seconds. And Lewis Hamilton has won the race in the Mercedes car. Well done to Lulu. Fantastic. I bet he doesn't look like a Teletubby this week. No, I bet he bloody doesn't look like a Teletubby with a T-code on his head. What on earth was he thinking? Anyway, we're about to cross the line and get some more good points. 4th position in our Renault. Well done, Hookster. Well done indeed. And well done to Lewis. Mr. T-Cozy man. And the Hookster gets driver of the day as well. Unbelievable scenes. So there he is once again. It's Toto Wolff, the Terminator. Is your name Sarah Connor? No, it's bloody well not. I've told you this so many times. For God's sake, just shut up now. It's Vicky. Actually, Vicky. Yes. There is Lewis Hamilton, the race winner. Well done, Lewis. Well done. If only you could do that in 2022. Anyway, there is famous F1 YouTuber Alex Gillian in the background, subbing as a Mercedes mechanic. Yes, and there's the Hookster. There he is. Look at him. So sprightly. Still only 39 years old. And getting points. Yes, getting points. No podium, just points. But there we go. There's Lulu up onto the top step. Daniel Ricciardo in 2nd place. Wowzers me trousers. Fantastic. And it's time now for the champagne to go over, everyone. Go on, lads. Go on. Yeah, they like getting nice and wet. You know, they all go into the big bathtub at the end of the race. Yeah, got all them soapy bubbles and... Oh, it gets all masculine and everything he does. Oh, bloody hell. I'm getting a cold sweating already just thinking about it. Anyway, Dutch Grand Prix, everyone. 4th place for the Hookster. Lewis Hamilton won the race. Mitsubishi Lamborghini finished in 12th position. In the standings now, after five rounds, Hookster's in 3rd place now. 33 seconds behind the leader, Daniel Ricciardo. Mitsubishi Lamborghini's in 10th place with only 12 points. Oh dear. And in the Constructors, we're in 3rd position. Okay, so it's time to move on to the next Grand Prix. Now it's time for Spain at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. It's also the home of Carmen Jorda, yes. Some more points have been completed for our collection. Fantastic. And so the rain in Spain falls mainly on Dave's big bald head. Yes, big bald head. So let's have a look and see what we're going to do on our first run. It's 4th at the moment, just over half a second behind the leaders as we accelerate forward out a little bit later to qualify. Oh my goodness, we're down to 16th place. We are slightly up on the deltas, but not by much. Just about 3 tenths as we're about to cross the line. Are we going to improve on 16th positions? Yes, we do. 13th place. Unfortunately, this is not a circuit that the Hookster likes, so I don't think he's going to do very well at it, but we will persevere as we accelerate forward out to the end of qualifying. Just desperately trying to get out of the way of the other cars going past. I think we're out of fuel as well. Yes, we are. But it's 14th place at the moment. Are we going to improve on that? Well, we're not going to because the delta time is about a minute behind, but are we going to stay in 14th place? Oh, for fuck's that. It's 18th position, everyone. Mitsubishi Lamborghini, our teammate, finishing 14th place. The bastard, the cockwomble, the absolute cockwomble. Unbelievable scenes.
Welcome along then to what promises to be another fascinating Spanish Grand Prix, a race which saw Max Verstappen win on his first ever appearance with the Red Bull team in 2016. This after the dramatic coming together of Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg on the first lap. Will we see more moments for the scrapbook here today? It's a sellout crowd of 140,000 here today as we await lights out for the 730-metre sprint down to turn 1 of this 2.9-mile racetrack. Overtaking is challenging through these 16 corners, but there's still a lot of high-speed excitement to be found, including the flat-out turn 3 and the terrifying blind right of turn 9. Joining me for the Grand Prix once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about the captain. They're starting towards the back of the field today in a car that is fast. So they'll be disappointed, won't they?
It's not a nice feeling, I promise you. They've got a quick car underneath them, but they've got onto the grid today and they need a pair of binoculars to see the start lights. They'll be desperate for a good start to make up for some of that deficit.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position today, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Albon, Hamilton, Carlos Sainz, and Stroll, Gasly, Raikkonen, Leclerc, and Lando Norris. Giovinazzi, Magnussen, Sergio Perez, and Matsushita, Kvyat, Bottas, Esteban Ocon, and the captain, Russell, and Nick de Vries. That's it then, it's time to go racing, as we head to trackside for today's race.
So it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the all-seasons clear mode. We say go, go, go. And it's away he goes from 18th on the grid. Don't forget, we got lots of back markers in front of us. We've got Bottas. Look at this, the AlphaTauri, Kvyat as well. We're stowing it through the traffic though. Absolutely steaming through the traffic. There's our own teammate, Mitsubishi. Look at this. Oh, this is going to get tied up onto the grass for Duxter, but he knows he had to go for it. He had to go for it. Otherwise, he was going to be in trouble. But he's in trouble because he's lost a couple of positions that he just gained there. So he's only in 12th position at the moment. Duxter. He's still outside the World Championship points. Giovinazzi's the car ahead of him in the racing point. And we got a McLaren as well. And we dive it down the inside. But the McLaren's fighting back. The McLaren is fighting back. It's Lando. It's Lando Norris. And we dive down the inside. But we go for a Ferrari as well. Let's contact with the Ferrari. Oh, very, very tight, but we get past. Finally, we are up into the World Championship points. Look at this, 9th position. Our next target is Kimi Raikkonen. He's in a Red Bull, isn't he? A Red Bull? Outrageous. How on earth did he get a Red Bull seat? I've no idea, but he is, yes. So Kimi Raikkonen is ahead of us in 8th position in a Red Bull, and we're stuck in this little tub of turd. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's like a big custard tart, this bloody car. Big custard tart, but we do manage to steamroll our way past Kimi Raikkonen. Yes, steamroll our way past. I bet he's in the car now, shaking his fist, going, bleh, bleh, bleh. Get him out the bloody way. Get him out the... You see, that was an excellent Kimi Raikkonen impression. You would not think that was not the real person saying that, would you? I know. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Anyway, end of first lap. Still in 8th position. That was very bad English as well. But anyway, still in 8th position for the as we go into lap 2. Still chasing Kimi Raikkonen as we accelerate forward to lap 3. Still in 8th place. And now we've got a little bit of a gap between us and Lance Stroll in the racing point. He's 1.5 seconds ahead of us. Kimi Raikkonen, though, we have got a little bit of gap on him, just over half a second, which is all good. But 8th position is not very good, I have to be said, as we accelerate forward to lap 5, just going past the start and finish line. Still in 8th place at the moment, still chasing Lance Stroll, and almost time for us to start making our pit stops, or at least thinking about making our pit stops. We always leave it a couple of laps before we come in because we don't want to get caught in the traffic, the melee of coming in for a pit stop. As we accelerate forward to lap 6. Wait a minute, we've got some yellows and some greens. What is going on out on the circuit? And what is going on? And it's Lando. Lando Norris is out of the session. Oh no, the McLaren fans are crying in their orange tangos. He is out of the session. We continue on in 8th position as we accelerate for lap 6. Look at this, cars are now starting to make their pit stops, and Kimi Raikkonen is right up with Jack Jones. But we go past the start and finish line, and you can see that cars have come in, so we've made it up to 3rd place. So the leader now is Daniel Ricciardo, the Honey Badger, and of course the Mercedes car. This is going to be great for him if he manages to win this season, considering, well, he's just been unceremoniously sacked in real life. Yes. Wowzers, as we accelerate for lap 7. More cars are coming to the pits. It's Verstappen and it's Daniel Ricciardo. They both come in, which means the Hookster now takes over the provisional lead, of course, because he's still got to stop. At the moment, the Hookster is in the lead of this Grand Prix in Spain. Wowzers, as we accelerate for lap 8. It's now time for us to come in and make our one and only stop. So we picked from first. It was first, but while the cars just went past us at super speed, so we've dropped down a few already down to 3rd place, but there is the team now. We're changing on, of course, as we always do, onto the yellow sidewall tyre. The harder tyre for this stint is actually the medium tyre, but anyway, look at that. Was that a Williams? Get out. No, it was, but he sort of held us up a little bit there, so we're going to rejoin. At the moment, we're in 7th place. Are we going to... No, Raikkonen, look at that. Raikkonen's got past us, the absolute cockwomble. I do not believe it. That's revenge for shoved him out of the way earlier. He's actually got past us, so we are in real trouble here for any sort of decent World Championship points, it has to be said. So 8th position now for us. Wowzers. Well, we were in 8th anyway, so we haven't really lost any ground, so I don't know what's actually happened. But anyway, 8th position, still chasing Raikkonen. We accelerate for lap 11. Still in 8th place. Raikkonen's got the gap up to 3 seconds now. Anyway, Giovinazzi is right behind us, right behind us at that racing point, almost quarter of a second, just over quarter of a second. So we're doing well as we accelerate for lap 17. Well, unfortunately, nothing else happened in the race. No, nothing else happened in the race, and it's almost over, apart from the fact that Daniel Ricciardo, the honey badger himself, has won the race. Fantastic. We are going to cross the line in a rather disappointing 8th place, it has to be said. And I have to say, at this point in the championship, the third season of the F1 2020 All Seasons career, this is not quite going to plan. Yes, I'm not quite sure this is the right car to take us to the championship. But anyway, we cross the line in 8th place. More points, which is always important, but not really enough. Not really enough. But anyway, it's still early days of the championship, so we're not going to write ourselves off yet. And of course, everyone else hasn't written us off because we get drive of the day. Wowzers. Wowzers. So here he is once again. It's Dodo Wolf, the Turk. No, you can only do that once per episode. Stop it now. Stop it. There he is, shaking hands with his team mechanics. And there is the race winner, the honey badger himself, Daniel Ricciardo. Yes. Where is he going for 2023? Well, it looks like it could be flipping burgers at McDonald's, unfortunately. And there's Alex Gilliam. Again, famous F1 YouTuber. He's on Facebook Gaming, don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know? Shut it. Shut it, Dave. Shut it. There is Daniel Ricciardo holding up the trophy high. Yes, and it's time now for the champagne. Spraying over everyone. Go on, lads. Go on. Yes. Chuck it in. Chuck it in there. Chuck it in there. Wowzers. So let's have a look at the scores of the doors then, after both these rounds have been completed now. 8th place for Nookster, 12 for Mitsubishi Lamborghini. And oh god, we've dropped down to 4th place now, 54 points behind the leaders. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Daniel Ricciardo is 33 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton. So it's time for Nookster to make one of his famous fightbacks. If he can, we're 4th in the constructors. Well, there you go. Another exciting episode of the All Seasons has been completed for your Sunday at 5 p.m. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. You have been awesome as always. And as always, there will, of course, be more later. And thanks for all the views for last week's video. Fantastic. YouTube actually recommended one of my videos. Yes, we love you, YouTube. We love you.